Thank you for joining me, and today is TakeAWay Tuesday. My name is Tina Kavrigich, and if you don't remember that, that's okay. You can always just call me Northern Stamper. In case you wish to reach me, please drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I am located outside of Toronto. I am a Canadian-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to be making some great cards today. And before we get into that, I wanted to kind of showcase what next month we will be working on. Now, these are some of the items that we had created at the last fall stamp camp, and we were using the Memories and More card pack. They are fabulous, just love them. This is something that we had created. This is not from the Memories and More card pack, but I wanted to show you something really cool that we can make with this. I used the DSP, and then on the inside I created like a little pop out fold out like that. Isn't that cute? That is very cute. And I wanted to show on the front is one of the Memories and More card pieces, and I just kind of cut that out and placed it on top with dimensionals. I thought that was really, really nice. I wanted to show you a few other things that I created with the Memories and More card pack. Now, these items here are the little stickers that come with it. I love, love, love the package that for the Memories and More. We will be doing, like I said, we'll be doing it in November, so you don't want to miss that. We've got a whole bunch of great cards created with those in mind. Now, because Memories and More, they go together very quickly, and you can actually make up to, I believe it was 42 or more cards with just one Memories and More pack, but I wanted to show you some other things that we can make. Now, this is a little portfolio that I made, so it comes with a little belly band that just slips right off. Very cute. And like I said, there's the stickers, and I used the envelopes, some little envelopes, and this is a Memories and More card, and I just slipped it into the little pocket there. There's one of the sentiments, wishing you the best this season. I thought it looked really nice. I added some of the stickers on, and we just go on to the next page. Look, this comes out. This is a base from one of the Memories and More card pack. This is a large piece, and I just cut it in, folded it in half to create half a little, kind of a little fold in there. Again, it slips right in. There we go. Should slip right in. There we go. And on the other side, I did another one, again with the large Memories and More card piece. This is a 6x4, and again, little sticker on there, and I could write a little note, and I could add some little gift cards and such. And I thought that was a really cute idea for, you know, if you wanted to put a gift card or something else like that in there, and you just slip the belly band back over it. Thought that was really cute. You can do so much with these, and I highly recommend that if you can grab them. They are a lot of fun to create with this. I had a lot of fun making this. One of the last cards I wanted to show you with this is kind of stands up. Now, you'd have to fold these up a little bit to make them stand. Like, there we go. So it's got two little posts in there. And again, a little gift card holder there with the Memories and More that I've used on here. This is the sticker, and again, stands right up, and it then folds flat for mailing. So I thought that was really cute. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot that you can do with this. And that is going to be for the month of November. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I got a great ton of ideas more for that. I wanted to let you know that today is the last day for the starter kit offering. Now, they offer two different options for the starter kit, and you can choose whatever you want in the starter kit. You can choose option number 1. You can get 35% off the starter kit for only, instead of paying $135, they take 35% off, and you pay $87.75, but you can choose $165 worth of product in that one little starter kit. This is really, really good. If you know you're watching your pennies and stuff like that, so you can get quite a bit for $165 worth of product by only spending $87. It is a good opportunity to get in if you've never had a starter kit. It's a good base to get started. It's not investing too much money. Honestly, I could drop that in a no-name large crafting conglomerate store in less than half an hour. So this is a great deal if you have if you want to start out. There is another option. You can get 35% more, which means you get 35% more from $165 of product. You get $222 worth of product, but you still only pay $135. So they've taken the $165 and you get more on that. So I just wanted to let you know. So you get 35% more from this price, but only paying this price, but you choose 122. Now, why I think this is a really good deal, because if you're going to spend $87 and you're starting out with craft supplies, go up to $135, because in that you can get the Stamp Emboss machine in this kit. You can get it in option 2. The Stamp Emboss machine is regular $175. You can get it in option 2 and still have money left over for some product. So this is actually, I think the better deal overall is option number 2 is really better. Now, okay, they didn't just add just that. I was shocked when I saw this. Anybody who gets the starter kit in the month, you get you are automatically registered for a $102 on-stage event where it's a fun online crafting date like a convention, and you don't want to miss it. It's on the 11th of November, and it's you know what, you don't pay the 102. It's added into option 1. It is also added into option 2. Like, what a deal. I can't tell you. So this just brings it up to more than what is listed. So adding this in, it brings it up. Plus you also get a paper pumpkin. So this one values over $400. So that's quite a bit, and I think this one was $350 or something like that. So it is a great deal. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Today's the last day. Drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I don't want you to miss out because I don't know when the next deal's coming. That is this good because of this on-stage event that they're adding. This is what really pushes it up over the $400 mark. So let's get started. Today we are going to be making a card. This is the last week. We will be using a DSP, specifically themed DSP for Takeaway Tuesday. So what I have here is I have my card base. I have it scored at my regular 4 1/4. No, 4 1/4. And then it is then scored again. So 4 1/4. Then it's 7 and 9 3/4. So there are the 3 that you want to score at: 4 1/4, 7, and 9 3/4. So, and then you will fold them back, and it's going to fold up like a little card like this. Okay, there we go. And this is really going to be quite fun. So what I'm going to do is I have pre-cut the DSP to match in there, so I can place the large one on the inside. And now I'm not going to glue it because I got some ribbon that I want to add to this. Then so I'm just going to lay them down. So there's one on the inside, there's one on the second fold, and then there's one on the front fold. Now, like I said, I'm not going to glue it down because I want to add a little bit of ribbon onto that before I do anything else. Okay, so I wanted you to see this before it is completely glued. Okay, so let's open those up and let's get our ribbon. Now, it totally depends on which ribbon you're going to use. So I've brought up a couple of different ones. This one is boho blue, and it's found in the annual catalog, and this is really nice. It matches very nicely with the blue DSP. But there is also this blue, balmy blue sparkly ribbon, which is really nice because, like again, it sparkles. Now, depending on what stamp set you're going to use and on the front that you're going to decorate on the front, it may determine which ribbon you're going to use. Now, for me, for this card itself, I'm going to be using Beay Cute along with the little punch. Now, these guys are so cute. I just love this stamp set, and this is what we used at our fall stamp camp. So I want to use this because I want to make the most mileage out of the stamp sets that I have. I'm a big believer. Buy a couple of items that you really like and use the bejeebies out of it, because you know what? That you will feel like you got most value for your money. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stamp out or punch out this little polar bear or this one. I don't know. Let's see as the card goes together. I want to just kind of show that to you, that this is what I've decided to place on the front of my card. Now, determining that, I think I'm going to go with the boho blue ribbon, because I think it matches much nicer with the DSP that I have. You may be using different DSP. Whatever you use, that is fantastic. So let's get started on placing the ribbons before we glue our DSP down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon, and I want to make them a little longer so that I can tie them as a bow on the front of the card. And I want to make sure that I have enough ribbon that I can actually do that. So I'm going to place those two off to the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down the first piece on the back. And before I do that, I'm going to lay my piece of ribbon down, and I'm going to get some tape. I'm just going to get some regular tape, and I'm just going to tape it down. Okay, I want to make sure that it stays secure. So let's tape that down. Okay, and now I can glue down the designer series paper, the DSP, on top. So I'm going to do that. And the measurement for this actually has a little bit, so there's a white mat all the way around, so around the edge all the way around. So that is nicely taped underneath that DSP, so it's not going to go anywhere. If I fold this over, I know the other piece is going to go into the center. No DSP under that. And I'm just going to tape that down. The hardest part about taping these items down is when I flip it over and I see how pretty the other side is, and then I debate, ooh, should I use that other side? I don't know. Comment below if you ever have that problem. Again, I'm going to lay it down, and I want to have, oops, oh no, I want to have a nice frame around it. Okay, so again, do that. There we go. There's a nice frame around the center one. And all I have to do is on the front, I'm going to lay that other piece. I'm going to match it up, lay it down, and I'm going to match it up so it comes along the same spot. And again, I'm going to get a piece of tape, and I'm going to tape that down. Hey, look, my nails are the same color as the ribbon. Oh, that's kind of ironic. That's really funny. Okay, I'm going to tape that down. I want to make sure it's well secured. Okay, there we go. And now I can lay the designer series paper on top of that piece of ribbon. Okay. I don't know about you. When I get dressed, I play this game. What Stampin' Up! Color am I wearing today? So that's kind of funny. I play that every day. I don't know. Do you play that game every day? What color are you wearing today? Comment below. I'd like to know. So I have the ribbons all laid out. That this is coming together really, really nice. But because this is done, I'm going to move on with the stamping from the Beay Cute stamp set here. So I'm going to place this off to the side. Now I have this other piece. This is just a scrap piece that I had, and I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to add that in. I don't know, where am I going to add that in here? Add that in here. I might just add that in there. I had an extra piece and I don't want to waste it because it is so pretty. I'm just going to add it on the inside of the card. let's just pop that on there. I hate wasting, so let's just get that going. So I have this all assembled, so I don't want to lose, I'm not going to lose any pieces here. I'm going to place this off to the side. Okay, there we go. We're just going to pop it up there. And I bring in a piece of basic white so I can do some stamping on. Now for the bear itself, I want the bear that is looking towards most of the card. So if I use this bear, he's going to be looking like he's taking off on the card and leaving. And I don't want that. I want this bear, this polar bear that's sitting, and I'm going to want him kind of looking. So I'm going to have him trying to look at this one particular star. So you have to be aware of that. That's one thing. Watch which way the stamp element is going when you place it on your card. This guy would be okay if I placed him like right here, because then he's looking at more of the card. This one on this side would work well because he's facing the majority of the card that way. What we can do is stamp both of them and see which one we want to use. Okay. I am also going to be stamping one of the trees, and to get the tree on the inside, I want to use the shadow. I'm going to be using boho blue, and it's going to be stamped off. Okay. So I got my Memento black for the bear's outline. I have boho blue for this center area here, just in case I have Night of Navy, and I think I'm going to use that with my sentiment up here. I don't know which one exactly which one I'm going to use, but let's get started and see how it turns out. Okay, so you can see my bear and my stamp set are well used, extremely well used. So I'm going to place him on a block. And when you place the item on a block, you want to make sure that the block fits correctly. So this is pretty tight on here. So oh, there's a piece of cat hair. Make sure that you do not have cat hair on your block. Just in case, I am going to clean this, because even a little bit of cat hair or lint or whatever behind the stamp will like cause a problem when you're stamping. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Scrub. Now this, I'm going to show you, this has got a wet side and a dry side. So what you do is you take your Stampin' Mist and you just kind of spray it, and that's to clean it. Now this guy has got a lot of dirt on him, so I'm just going to kind of rub him in here to get that off, turning him over. Actually, let's place him on a block. It's easier to hold. Okay, got him on one side. I've washed him on the other, making sure there's no lint on the stamp itself. So I'm going to lay him on there. Again, more cat hair. Gotta have a chat with cats. And I'm going to use the other bear that I had shown you. Again, he is all full of lint and sticky. I'm going to clean that off. And I see there's a little bit of lint on my Stampin' Scrub. So later what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get some painter's tape or something, and just when it's dry, I will just pop on the tape and remove that. So I'm going to put one on there. Just make sure there's no lint. That's perfect. All right. So I like the Stampin' Scrub. It's kind of got some grit to it. Not grit, I don't want to say, but like it's like a little hairbrush. Okay, and it's like a toothbrush, gets in between all of the little nooks and crannies of the stamp, and it works really, really well. I prefer that over any other cleaning method. That's just my personal opinion. So I'm going to stamp 2 images with the Memento black. Okay, get one. I'm going to stamp and turn because I don't know where the ink is on this pad. Just in case, I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to take a look around the edge. It looks like he's missing a little bit there, and then I'm going to pop him on here and lift. Oh, he's so darn cute. Oh my gosh. Again, I'm going to stamp with the other one, and I'm going to place him over on this corner so that when I punch him out, I can get pretty close to the edge. So I have them stamped out. Okay. What I'm going to do first is punch this polar bear out. I just love punches because they're so easy. I'm just going to lay him in here. One trick I found out is that, say you're getting an image in the punch and it doesn't quite look like it matches, double check your stamp that you didn't pull it too hard to one side or another. So I'm just going to kind of work this guy out. Right? I want to make sure I don't cut off his butt or his ear. So let's go. We're just going to punch him out. Ah, this is very close. So there we go. I'm just going to punch him out. Okay, so there's that one. Very cute. Oh, look at that. The other one I have to fussy cut out because there is not a punch for him, but that's okay. I can quickly do that. I'll try and get as close to the edge as possible. I'm working at fussy cutting close to the image without cutting into the image. So it has a nice mat, again, also all the way around. Good thing about polar bears is you don't have to color them in. So we won't be coloring him in it. Guess what we could if he was a grizzly bear. There we go. And there we go. Just going to cut off that part. Okay, so now we have our two bears. And what's left is just cutting a sentiment or punching out a sentiment. So I am going to take a look at the sentiments we have. And again, I'm going to use a punch to punch out the sentiment. Now, I kind of seem to have a little bit of a problem here. The cat has decided she wants to make the cards with us, so I'm going to have to move her off. So in the meantime, there we go. Keep going, Willow. I'm going to be using the Bear Cute, and I wanted to use the Warm Wishes right here. And I'm going to place that on there, and what I want to do is I'm going to use this hexagon punch to place my sentiment on. Now I have a scrap of paper here, so let's see if it just fits in there. So not quite that way. Let's see. I might have to cut it off. Let's see if I can get it the other way. I don't think I can, but I like to give it a try first, so let's get another piece. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to punch this out first and then stamp the sentiment. So I know that that image of the sentiment is going to fit right in the center. I can see that. We're going to ink it up with Night of Navy. Double check and line that up. And I'm going to just pop that on there. So that looks really nice with the Night of Navy. So the Night of Navy, I picked that ink color because I think it picks up really well from the Designer Series paper here. So there we go. Now I can place that right on there. I'm passing over the ribbon. So what I'm going to do is going to glue it right here on that front piece. And I'm going to be using some dimensionals because I want it to stand up a little bit. Let's see how many we can get. I want to make sure it sticks really well. So I'm putting 3 on that are fairly tight together. Okay, and I'm going to pop that on there. There we go. Okay. Now, like I said, I can always add the bear on this side, but I think it kind of holds the card down. I have a feeling I'm just going to put him on this side and maybe kind of overlapping the sentiment a little bit. What I could also do is I can also get some of the little snow or snowflakes on here onto the sentiment. But I think I'm just going to leave it like that. You know what we could always do is place a circle behind that just to see. Let's give that a try. There we go. So personally, I think that this polar bear is kind of getting lost in the white of the sentiment and maybe some of the blue on here. So what I did is I'm going to get these guys off. I have a couple of punches, circle punches, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them on top of that. So I'm going to do 1, large navy, and then I'm going to take a 2-inch punch that. So I got 2 circles in navy for my choices. I'm going to do that again with the boho blue, 1 large and one that is 2 inches, because I'm not sure which one I want to use. So if I take this, I can take the boho blue and place him on top. Let's see what happens. I can place him like that underneath, and then I can pop him like that. Or, let's see. You know what, it always takes a little bit. Sometimes you got to work on the card a little bit to see what suits you best. I really like this dark one on the light one, the boho on the navy. But let's swap that out and just take a look. If not, I can always use those for something later. Okay, again, let's do that. Oh my goodness, it's a tough choice. So the blue, he really predominantly stands out on the navy. Just tuck that up a little bit. I don't know, it's a tough choice. Let's go back and forth a little bit. Okay. I think this one is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep these for later because I could always use that for something else. Now that is super darn cute. Okay. What I want to do is I'm going to kind of have them sitting kind of right on the edge of that bottom of the circle. Okay, so I'm going to place that on. Actually, before I even go any further, I had an idea. I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to emboss it with one of the embossing folders that I have. So in that Bear Suite is this embossing folder. It's very nice. It's got the snowflakes and the falling snow, and I think this is going to look really, really nice. So let's pop him in there. I'm going to put it up a little higher, kind of where the snow, it's not too heavy. Oh, you know what, let's move it up a little bit more so they got more snowflakes. I want to get a snowflake right in there. Move that around. And it's still going to have a little bit. I'm really focusing on that one particular snowflake there. And let's run this through the Stamp and Emboss machine. And there we go. Now some people ask me which Stamp and Emboss machine is better, the mini or the regular size. I would highly recommend getting the regular size one. And that's why you want to go for option 2 of the starter kit. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I love that. That's going to add a lot more dimension and depth to that card. So I'm going to actually now glue that down. I want to slip it under that sentiment. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue near the bottom. Again, focusing on that one little snowflake I want to showcase. Slip it underneath. I'm going to double check, see how high up it goes. So there we go. I know about there. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And again, pull this guy apart, slip it underneath. I want to just miss those words. And again, we're going to take our dimensionals. There's our polar bear. There we go. I could get him actually sitting up there looking at that little piece. So if I move it over a little bit more, let's just do that. I'm going to pull him off a little bit more so that he's looking at that snowflake. Okay, there we go. Press that down. I'm going to get my dimensionals. And I'm going to pop them onto my polar bear. Oops. And have him sit kind of off. And it looks like he's sniffing the little snowflake. There we go. We can also add some embellishments. I got some different embellishments that I have here. So we got larger ones. There we go. I don't know if those quite match. Those are very large. I got the ones that come with the suite of the polar bear. I don't quite think that those quite match either. So I'm going to keep going through. What else have we got here in our embellishments? Oh, that looks a little better. I'd just like to kind of go through, and actually I think these are the ones I'm going to use. They're very pretty. think they look really nice. I'm going to use a couple of these. Oh, that one didn't even. Oh, come on. There we go. On there. Use the smaller ones. Wishes, and I think I'm going to pop one off to the very edge. Here we go. There. So what you can also do is, before you close up the card, if you want to finish it off and you want to add a sentiment in, get a piece of white, measure across, and just kind of fit it right in there. Okay? That's what you could do, is just a piece of white, because you want it to clear this one fold. Okay? So let's kind of tie this guy up. I think this is a really nice card to get. Go. Give it a good tie. I'm not going to do a full bow, but just one kind of off like that. There we go. I think that looks really nice. If I really want, I can always add this other polar bear somewhere. Off like that. You can also add some Wink of Stella if you want. You can always do that to some of these stars on here so that they look like they're sparkling. And just add them a little bit on each one. So I hope you enjoyed the Tuesday takeaway for the month of October, where we use designer series paper to make our cards. Don't forget to join me each Tuesday in November, where we're going to make a whole bunch of new cards. So let me know if you have any questions. You can always drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. I am happy to answer any questions that you have. Don't forget about the starter kit. Today's the last day. Grab the kit, the option that you want. Don't forget to join with me, Northern Stamper, or you need to look for, when you look in the name, look for Tina Kavergich. Best bet, drop me an email. I can send you the link. Choose option number 2. You get the most for your money. Anyways, if you have any questions, northernstamper@gmail.com. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'd love to see your card design of this. Take care, and I will see you next time.